Liverpool found their new Neymar. Sources in Brazil say Liverpool are keen to sign Santos Marcos Leonardo and are preparing to make an official offer. The Reds are considering adding the striker to their colours before the young player's name is released into the European arena. After all, waiting too long increases competition and comes with high prices. That's why Anfield management is quick to transfer the young star and aim to finalise it. Marcos Leonardo is only 19 years old and plays regularly for Santos. There are indications that he will rise above his potential in a short time. The Reds seem to like her style, so they are focusing on her rather than Palmeira's jewel, Endrick. 16-year-old Endrick is already in the European arena. It is said that teams such as Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, including Liverpool, are after him. This caused Endrick's price to rise. The young star briefly signed a new contract with the club, with a £51 million release clause in his contract. That's why Liverpool is aiming to finish off a name that has yet to be discovered. Leonardo is a top talent that has deeply impressed Santos since he made his first team breakthrough for Santos in 2020. Although still young, he has over a century of competitive appearances for his club. Leonardo had an impressive performance this season with 15 goals and 5 assists in 39 games across all lanes. Jürgen Klopp has shown he's not shy about giving the youngsters high-level match time, a trait that could be appealing to Leonardo. Better still, Leonardo has expressed his desire to play in the Premier League one day. Neymar, who made a statement in June, said, "I want to play in the Premier League one day. I watch many games and this is one of the best leagues in the world. Not only the teams are good, the whole league is in good shape." We know he has an eye on Santos and the transfer is not expected to take long. £23.5 million dually for Liverpool. Liverpool's transfer policy under Julian Ward has been one that everyone has been aware of since he took over at Anfield this summer. Ward's mission is to build for the future. The arrival of his assistant Ward at Liverpool, particularly following the departure of Michael Edwards, is a sign that a view that goes back many years continues. Ward's idea is to bring in new potential and young players as Klopp's core parts of the roster are aging and the time to replace them is near. In other words, the Reds are following a transfer policy that goes back years, not just this summer transfer window. The club scouts keep an eye out for players who can only sign a contract after 5 or 6 years. That was the case for Darwin Nunez and Luis Diaz, whom Liverpool observed while playing in their hometowns of Uruguay and Colombia, respectively. To fulfill this task, Liverpool also appears to be scouting closer to home. Reds Academy has seen an intense youth move in terms of reinforcements lately, with Ben Doak, Cade Gordon and Bobby Clark joining the club from the English sides in the past year and a half. According to the latest reports, Red Scouts have a new name in their sights. Liverpool have closely followed 18-year-old Sheffield United player William Osula, who made his championship appearances in the final games of last season. Osula is a Nigerian-born Danish striker with a tall and strong physique. Fast and strong, Osula is an archetypal number 9 with the pace and intensity of work that would befit Liverpool. He scores 4 goals against Colchester United in one game at the under-23 level. Even if he hasn't scored for the first team yet, he's definitely seeing a goal scorer. Edwards sold Ryan Brewster to Sheffield United a few summers ago. While this transfer didn't work out for Sheffield United, Liverpool could have had more wealth if they had invested in Osula, who is currently challenging Brewster for the first team. One thing is for sure, if Julian Ward comes close to representing Edwards' success from the Brewster deal, the Osula transfer will be one of the defining feats of the era. The bar has been set high for the new Liverpool transfer guru, but the first signs are that he has as much ball as his predecessor. Liverpool confident to sign Jude Bellingham after new talks. According to the latest reports, Liverpool are confident of signing Borussia Dortmund star Jude Bellingham and could reach a deal within weeks. He announced that he would not sell the 19-year-old English player, who is on the radar of many giant clubs led by German club Liverpool this summer. But Liverpool are still working towards an early deal, and that could see Bellingham join the team as early as January next year. A deal in the summer of 2023 is a more likely option, but the Merseysiders are working hard behind the scenes to convince Bellingham. In the midst of new talks this week, they are increasingly confident that they will. Liverpool are looking to make a deal like they did when luring Naby Keita from Leipzig. It should be reminded that he has had such an experience before. The transfer was announced in August 2017, although Keita did not officially join until July 1 of the following year. Champions League finalists want something similar to happen for Bellingham, who is described by the recruiting team as the central midfielder who can take the team to the next level. On the other hand, his club is not sitting idle in Dortmund. Alongside the offer of a salary raise, the German club offered Jude's younger brother that he could sign Birmingham winger Jude Bellingham. Birmingham has agreed on professional terms with Jude Bellingham and will sign the deal when he turns 17 on September 23. However, the Bellingham family plan is for the player to join Dortmund after gaining more experience in English football. Jude Bellingham had an outstanding 2021-2022 season, scoring 6 goals and providing 14 assists in 44 appearances in all competitions. The British player has a contract with Dortmund until 2025. If Julian Ward and his recruiting team can close such huge potential with an early deal, it's sure to be an excellent job. Pep Legenders has revealed Liverpool's long-term transfer plan under Jürgen Klopp. Thanks to Klopp's coaching quality, the talent of the squad has increased, and the meticulous work in the transfer market has made it difficult for Liverpool to find other names that will improve the overall quality of the team. So there is a simple strategy that exists in the close circle of the Reds' boss when it comes to recruiting. This is where we need to invest in academia and game changers, Deputy Director Pep Legenders told Klopp as attention turned to his plans for the transfer window in February. This stance shows that there has been work so far in this transfer window, as Fabio Carvalho and Calvin Ramsey are seen as two of the brightest youngsters in English football at the club. However, Darwin Nunez's record transfer, which fell into the game-changer category. The Uruguayan striker has the distinction of being the most expensive player of all time in Liverpool, with £85 million worth of add-ons worth £21 million unlocked. Liverpool see Nunez, who is only 23 years old, as one of the best forwards of the next decade. We have to buy premium and use academy, adds Legenders to his forthcoming book Intensity. Liverpool deserves such a process. The idea is a clearly defined one. Klopp will not inflate the roster for the sake of signing players that are not right for what is needed. For every game changer signed, expect Liverpool to take a more logical, long-term look at who's being brought in. The transfer of names such as Carvalho and Ramsey, Kate Gordon is proof enough of this. The transfer of Thiago Alcantara 2 years ago was a break from the norm in terms of his profile and age, but an opportunity transfer that the Reds believed was the best midfielder in European football at the time. There will of course be such exceptions. But the right things seem to be being done when Liverpool's general policy is followed.